Hi, listeners, and welcome to My Holland Update. I'm Marianne Manderfield, Public Information Coordinator for the city, and today our guest is Esther Fifelski, the Director of our city's Human Relations Department. Hi, Esther. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, Marianne. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak with you today.
So today we're talking about something that takes place every 10 years, the census. The 2020 census, our deadline is around the corner. But let's start off. Who should be completing the census?
Marianne, every person in our community should be very interested in completing the census. Everyone in the United States and the 5 U.S. territories is invited to participate in the census.
So it's one per household. But give us an idea of, you want to count everybody in that household as of April 1st?
Yep, anyone living in your home on April 1st, 2020.
So give us an idea, because some people may not think that everybody counts, even though everybody does, but infants count?
Yes, infants born on or before April 12th, 2002 should be counted. Extended family members, a grandparent, an aunt or uncle that is living and residing within your home, and that would mean sleeping in your home a majority of the time throughout the year.
Okay. Anybody else?
Well, if you have a roommate, your roommates should be counted. Every person living in that household who calls your home, who lives and sleeps there a majority time of the year should be counted.
Okay. And there's a few different ways, right, that somebody can complete the census?
Yes. There are paper census that are sent out. You may also go online to complete the census, and I would encourage community residents to go online to complete the census. It's very quick and easy.
Because you can do that from your phone as well, correct?
Yes, you can also call in and complete the census as well.
So online, via
by phone, or a paper survey.
Okay. And a mobile phone. You can do it mobile
Yes.
online through your phone as well.
And also, right now we're in the midst of census workers going out to homes. So you may, if you have not answered your census survey or responded online or by phone, census workers may be knocking on your doors.
Okay. That's good. That's good to know. And they'll have official identification with them.
Yes, they will have official identification.
So, Esther, there's a lot of fear centered around the confidentiality of the data. Can you speak to that a little bit?
The data information that is collected by the Census Bureau is used in aggregate. So your name will never be associated with the data. The data is used specifically for demographic information. No names are associated with it. Additionally, the Census Bureau does not ask the citizenship question. I know many residents are concerned about that, but the census will not collect citizenship data.
That's really important to know. Thank you. And how long? Tell us how long the census takes. I mean, do we need to expect 20 minutes for this?
I completed the census online in less than 3 minutes.
Okay.
So it doesn't take very long. I imagine that if someone's at the door asking you the questions, there may be some probing questions, and it might take a little bit longer, but not much longer. The questions are very straightforward.
So maybe 10 minutes at the most.
At the most.
Okay, great. And what is some of the information that is not asked on the census that people might think that is?
If anyone calls you, anyone stops at your home, you get any sort of electronic questionnaire, the census will never ask for your social security number. They'll never ask for any bank account information. They will never ask political affiliation or ask for money or donations. If anyone calls you saying they're affiliated with the census, those questions will never be asked.
Okay. That's really important for people to know.
Absolutely.
Right. It's pretty straightforward. I believe there's 9 questions, right?
Yes. There are. The survey, again, as I mentioned, it is short. You won't even realize that you've gone through the whole thing. It goes by that quick.
Nice. And how does this impact the Holland community in terms of our participation rates?
Well, it's very important because that's how state tax dollars are allocated to our community. More importantly, from the moment you wake up, and I take today as an example, today many students are starting school today.
Sure.
So let's walk them through the day and how that census impacts them.
Okay.
From the moment you flush your toilet in the morning and you turn on your water faucet, census dollars are going to water and wastewater treatment budgets throughout the state.
Okay.
You get on the highway, you get on that bus. Dollars are going to your school for school lunches, for a variety of many other services for our local schools. As the students are going on to school, the highway, the streets they're on, federal monies are assigned, MDOT dollars are assigned to the communities. So it's very important. Healthcare dollars, those are, healthcare is expensive, so we
Sure.
want to make sure everyone is counted so that additional healthcare dollars are allocated to our communities. And especially for our, not just for, the average person, but the everyday person, but our senior citizens really rely on these numbers through Medicare and Medicaid funds. So it's important.
Okay. And in terms of for colleges and the senior centers, those are being taken care of.
Yes, they will receive funding dollars, Pell Grants. If you have a student that is attending college, federal dollars are assigned to Pell Grants.
So it
as
really
well.
affects everybody.
It affects every single
Infants
person.
to the elderly, all the way through.
So a lot of people take this as, well, these are just for social services. But our local community uses this data, and remember, the data is used. It's not specifically that individual data. It's an aggregate of the data only. It's used for economic development.
Okay.
Where are we going to be building homes? Where are homes needed? It really impacts a lot of important business decisions are made based on those census numbers.
Because a lot happens within 10 years.
Oh,
and so the
yes.
numbers will change dramatically.
Absolutely.
Okay. What's our deadline again to get this done?
So the deadline today, as we know it, is September 30th,
Okay.
2020. It's important for us to get all of the data as soon as possible. I encourage all residents, if you have not heard from the census, if you have not received a paper questionnaire or had someone come to your door, please go online at www.2020census.gov. It takes a couple of minutes, or you may call the census as well. And if you go to that website, the phone number will be there.
It's very thorough. There's quite a bit of information on that website for people.
Yes, they'll give you the history of the census. They'll talk about where the census dollars are going to. If you go on the website, actually I was just looking at it this morning, just to see what different organizations, what different sectors of the community receive dollars. And it is a multitude of organizations that are receiving census dollars, so it's important for us to be counted.
Absolutely. So very, very impactful for our community.
Yes.
And if somebody needs help with the census, where can they go to get that assistance?
If you need help completing the census, you can go online, but locally here in Holland, I would be happy to help you. Dial 616-355-1322,
Okay.
and I will make myself available to help you. If you have a language barrier, please, I speak Spanish. I will be happy to walk you through the process and help you complete the census.
Well, thank you, Esther. What a generous offer there for the community. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. It's important.
It's very important. So everybody in your household, as of April 1st, 2020,
Yes,
count them.
absolutely. We all must be counted, more especially at this census than ever.
Right. And September 30th is the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
You can take it online, by mail, by phone. You can go on your phone, and there's a mobile app available. 9 questions, less than 10 minutes, very quick. Esther's offered up her help, her assistance, should anybody need that. How's the Holland community done so far in terms of participation?
This is my favorite question. I'm
Oh, good.
so glad that you asked. So if you must know,
Yes.
I'm going to start at a very top level. Nationally, the participation rate currently is at 64.5%. Michigan participation rate is at 69.6%, which is wonderful.
Nice.
Holland City is at 75.4%.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good, but
That's very good.
we can do a lot better.
Yes.
I know the city of Holland is competitive. I know we can do better. But I'd like to share some county numbers. Allegan County right now is at a 71% participation rate. So if you live on the south side of Holland in Allegan County, please make note of that number, 71%. We sure could use your participation rate, your participation. In Ottawa County, the participation rate is 78%.
Wow.
So 78%, I think, is the number to reach at this point. I'd like
Sure.
to see all of Michigan be at 80%, but certainly Hollanders, 75.4. I know we can do better.
So encourage your friends, your family members, your neighbors. Ask the question. Ask them, have you completed the census?
Yes, and if you need help, I am here to help you. 355-1322.
Thank you, Esther. Until next month, this has been My Holland Update.